Hey, Facebook, how are you? Pete Olsen up here in beautiful God's Country, Montana. I am the number one money earner globally. My last two companies in network marketing and coach to students all over the globe looking to become six-figure earners and rise to some of the top ranks of their company. So I thought with the death of Kobe Bryant yesterday, the tragic death, I thought this was an appropriate video. Six life lessons that the death of Kobe Bryant um, has taught us. And I'll preface it with, and it's just not Kobe. I use Kobe as an example because, you see a lot of people on the internet that said, oh, his life isn't any more important than anyone else's, and they're absolutely correct. But the difference being, the difference with Kobe is that so many people all over the globe can relate to Kobe because, we saw him just about every night on TV for 20 years. And he's an absolute superstar, so we can relate to that. So, no more important than anyone else, no more tragic than anyone else. Certainly our service members, et cetera, et cetera. He just happens, hey, Robert, good to see you. He just happens to be somebody that we see all the time, we can relate to. He's a sports superhero, et cetera, et cetera. So, the first thing that life lesson that we were reminded of, if you will, maybe that's the better word, is life is fragile. And I know when we're younger we don't think that at all. That doesn't even come into our head. But as we get older, I think we have a better understanding of that. Like, wow, we are not invincible. Things can happen. Car accidents can happen. Plane accidents can happen. Freakish things can happen. We can get sick and things of that sort. So that's something that you got to have in your mind, that life is fragile, and to show respect to that. Hey, Kaylee, good to see you. Number two, we're here for a limited time. Even if someone lives to be 100, that's such a limited time, even still, isn't it? James, good to see you. It's such a limited time. It goes by so fast. How many times have you said, where you said maybe at the end of 2019, where did that year go? Where did that year go? I mean, that's insane. It went by so fast. And I don't know about the rest of you, but hey, Robert, I don't know about the rest of you, but as the older I get, they go faster, it seems like. And maybe that's just perception, if you will, but it is such a limited time. And that's another concept that we learned yesterday, or reminded of yesterday, in Kobe's passing. So that's another good thing to remember. Okay. Number three kind of falls on the back of number two. Make the most of that time. Right. Make the most of that time. Make the most of that time with your family. Make the most of that time with your business. Make the most of that time when you're having fun. Right. Um, be active as you can be. Do all the things that you want to do, right? Hang around the people that you want to hang around. Make a difference in people's lives that you want to make a difference in. Okay? Make the most of that time. Number the fourth thing that Kobe's death reminded us of yesterday is perfect your craft. One thing that Kobe did so well was what? He was an absolute perfectionist at his craft, and he worked relentlessly at it. I saw so many stories yesterday where, when he was on the Olympic team, and, you've got LeBron there and Carmelo Anthony, et cetera, et cetera. And, Kobe's in the gym at 4:30 in the morning, and everyone else is coming strolling in at 7:30, right? And they're like, what are you doing, man? And he'd be working out for 2 or 3 hours, full speed, go have breakfast, practice, and then get up another 1,000 shots. And what had ended up happening was the whole Olympic team started getting in the gym with him at 4:30 in the morning, getting ready for the day. So he was exceptional at perfecting his craft and never settling at a certain level. He was great. He wanted to be greater. He was greater. He wanted to be the greatest, right? He won 3 rings with Shaq. That wasn't enough. He wanted 2 more. So I think that's important in our lives. Whatever we do, whatever whether it's your network marketing business, whether it's your job, are you a police officer, or are you an EMT, or whatever you do, you work for the county. Really perfect and be great at what it is that you're doing. And I thought that was a great lesson yesterday. Okay. The 5th thing that he reminded us of yesterday was something called eyes, not ears. And what that means is prove something first yourself so people can see it, and then you can run your mouth. Not run your mouth, but then you can talk about it. Okay? Eyes, not ears. So, for instance, if let's just use an example of, someone's got a brand new weight loss, or you're doing this whole new weight loss regime, right? Well, you should be able to prove it first yourself before you go and spout about it. Get the results so people can visually see what you've done. That goes for Kobe and his basketball. That goes for you at your job. That goes for anything, any side project, anything that you're doing. Okay. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. Okay. So eyes, not ears. Prove it first yourself. Prove that concept. Okay. And then you can go tell colleagues and friends and family and so on and so forth and do that. Okay. And 6, and I think this is probably the most important one, right? I have on here, get rid of all your beefs with everybody. Hey, Rommel. Get rid of all your beefs with everybody. We don't know where we're going to go, right? Are they worth it? It doesn't matter. Check the ego to the side. Tell them you're sorry, that you were wrong, and you apologize, whatever it is, and get right with that person. Be good. Get rid of the beef. Get rid of the stupid thing that you're arguing about. Get rid of your ego. Put it to the side. Because when you go down in the helicopter crash, or someone gets killed in a car accident, you die of a heart attack, whatever the case may be, it really shows and spotlights how silly that ego and that beef was, right? And you get a little better at that when you get older. I know I have. But that's really important, because everything else is insignificant. I'm sorry is 2 of the most powerful words there are, right? Get right with people, and do it now as opposed to later, because we don't know what anything holds. Okay? I hope that helps, guys. 6 life lessons we learned from Kobe's death yesterday, and rest in peace, and God bless him and his family, and especially his family, his wife and 3 other daughters that are still passing. They're still living, and so sorry to hear about his daughter that passed with him, and the 7 others that died in that helicopter crash. All right, God bless you. Have a great week. Be the absolute best you can be. Okay? Thanks a lot. Have a great day.